we already East Carolina. We had a guy that used to do that, and he was told he will never do that again. It's fine. It's good. Are you guys gonna be any good next year?
We'll have talent, but this year we were off the charts and all those intangible things that people don't see on a day-to-day basis. Like, if you're not around the kids, that you have no idea.
And you had some good leaders.
That's what I'm saying. Like, those are the things that we are going to be sorely missing next year. And it's mainly that my kids that are like juniors getting ready to be seniors, I don't know if they have that in their DNA.
Sometimes you don't know until it happens.
So if we get some kids to grow up and mature and step their leadership up, we should be good. Our schedule's very difficult, but that's the way I like it.
Mm-hmm. Do you want this closes this much?
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
What do you want? You close it?
I don't care. They got the AC going. So.
Okay, I'm just gonna get it. See what? That's pretty funny. Harrisburg all stretched out to the middle. Back to Green.
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score! Bernardo Fords.
She was once considered the world's greatest sea weapon and went on to become one of the most highly decorated American battleships of World War II. Now moored in downtown Wilmington, she's one of the most highly decorated family attractions in North Carolina, serving a new generation as an exciting, hands-on historical adventure. Have a blast exploring the past aboard the battleship North Carolina. Adventure calls.
Looking for action, excitement, and the only professional team in town? Don't miss out on the next Wilmington Hammerheads match. Show your support at their next game. Get your season tickets or single game tickets now at WilmingtonHammerheads.com.
At ILM, we're bigger than a welcome home hug. We're stronger than the connections we make. We're your neighbor. We're your friend.
We are your school spirit.
We are your history.
We are your biggest fans.
And we all fly.
And we all fly.
ILM.
ILM.
We are comfort, convenience, and community pride. We are more than just an airport. We are your airport.
We are ILM.
We are ILM.
We are ILM.
She was once considered the world's greatest sea weapon and went on to become one of the most highly decorated American battleships of World War II. Now moored in downtown Wilmington, she's one of the most highly decorated family attractions in North Carolina. Serving a new generation as an exciting, hands-on historical adventure. Have a blast exploring the past aboard the battleship North Carolina. Adventure calls.
3L Soccer tonight. The Wilmington Hammerheads play host to the Harrisburg City Islanders. Good evening, everyone. I'm Marty Fuhrer in for Chris Liebert alongside Coach Jamie Noble. And Coach, the host side, Wilmington, looking to really build off a lot of momentum. 2 straight road wins this week.
Yeah, coming off a big result in the U.S. Open Cup down in Miami, returning home here in Wilmington where, you're trying to turn Legion into a bit of a fortress. Sitting outside the playoff spots right now on the table. Definitely be in search of 3 points tonight, and hopefully the guys have a good showing to see if we can find those 3 points.
And for Harrisburg, it's been a long road trip. They've already played once this week. It's been a hot day. This is probably as hot of a conditions as both of these teams have faced so far in the young year.
Yeah, Harrisburg's playing their second game in 3 days. They also had an Open Cup game in midweek against Chattanooga FC, which they won. It has been exceptionally hot here in Wilmington, down on the coast at the beach today, and also on the turf. It's just going to make it a little extra warmer. So there's conditions both teams will have to deal with, and we'll see which team is better suited for the elements here.
Wilmington in the home blue, Harrisburg in the visiting white. Your officials, referee is Mark Katalaskic, along with Ryan Graves and Justin Finger on your lines. Eric Verone, your fourth, and we are underway
For
from
action,
Wilmington.
excitement, and
Set the starting lineups for you as we move through. And we'll have a free kick early on. Let's set that lineup if we can for you. For Wilmington, in goal, once again, John Smits. Number 1, defense is Dewey, Peroni, Fairclaw, Meekum. See the push ball down there with the ball. That's Miller. Double teamed and lose it over the line. So Toblieb, Martz, Corbaz, Miller, Parker, and Lawwall complete your starting 11 for the home side. That's Foster. Touch there. With an opportunity, the block and the cross, and you'll have your first corner of the game. Quickly setting it for the visitors in goal. Kesselbroom, Doyle, Johnson, McLaws back there. Doyle will wear 16, Johnson will wear 5, 23 is McLaws. Set the midfield for you in a second. First cross of the game, cleared out of danger. Cross is short. Parker with the attempt there. We'll complete that offensive set for you. Bobby Warshaw, number 6 at midfield. Hughes will wear 7 at midfield for the visitors. 10 is Wilson. Set up another corner from this side. Corbaz. In tight, dangerous, and that's there! Early on. Off the set piece. And we'll check the number for you.
Fairclaw, I believe.
I believe you're right.
Picked up some scraps in front of goal there. We'll see if we get a replay here in a second.
So the dangerous play, and we were going to mention as we set this one up for you tonight, Wilmington has been very effective this past week getting out early. And a home score early, very important there.
Yeah.
And Fairclaw gets the goal.
Yeah, goals change games. We say that all the time, and what a dream start for Coach Briggs and the Hammerheads here. In a big game where you're looking for 3 points, and even leading up to the goal, there's good pressure from the Hammerheads to, kind of keep turning that screw and force the issue for Harrisburg.
So Wilmington gets on the board early, less than 3 minutes in. We should mention this is an artificial turf field. Very fast. There's a through ball going through. Opportunity there, and Smits comes out.
The goal makes Fairclaw's second goal of the season, so you're starting center back pair tonight, Peroni and Fairclaw with six goals. As a coach, you take that all day. Obviously you want your forwards to be scoring goals, but you'll take them wherever you can get them.
Right in front of the Wilmington bench. Long ball down. Again, Fairclaw. Corbaz dangerously in front. Early on, it looks like Harrisburg a little unsettled in the back, feeling the pressure. As we mentioned, this is an AstroTurf field. Sometimes it takes a little while to get used to how that ball is playing.
Yeah, and even if you play on, here's our replay here with you see Fairclaw just picking up the scraps there in front of goal off a well-driven ball in by Corbaz. But yeah, you know, even if you're training on turf every day or used to playing on it, every turf seems to be different, and Wilmington definitely off on the front foot here early on.
Corbaz with the touch up front. This is Parker.
Yeah,
he was offsides. Coming into this game, we should mention Harrisburg comes in at 4-6-1. They're 1-4 on the road. For Wilmington, 3-4-3. So standings-wise, the visitors in the white stand in 9th place. Wilmington in 11th, but really only a point separating 3 teams in the table early on.
Yeah, and Marty, as we talked about coming into the game, you know, so close to being in that final playoff spot, and obviously that's the goal for every team in USL. So, you know, tonight being at home, definitely the start that the Hammerheads would be looking for. Come out and get the home crowd energized with an early goal and see if we can't create a raucous atmosphere here that the players can thrive in.
And with any league, you've got to take care of your home turf. Here's numbers. Double teamed, still alive, and the foul will be called. Harrisburg looks for the quick start with Wilson, unable to get it. They'll resettle the ball.
Yeah, March kind of let him down there a little bit, and he's just working hard to win the ball back and got a little carried away, but here we go. Now the restart like the referee wanted, and now we're underway.
Cut inside. That was Thomas. Playing it through the back, Doyle. Hughes. Good cross. And it'll come across.
Yeah. Better from Harrisburg, starting to settle into the game a little bit, I think. Good job getting to the inline there and driving that ball across, just overcooked it. But now Wilmington has a throw in deep in there, hone in.
Played into the wings. McLaws. And a goal kick. I want to say, if I'm looking at the roster right, Jose Baril, number 8, is out there. Have to check that. He was not originally in our starting lineup, but I want to say I'm catching an 8 out there. He is on my wing out here. Contested at midfield. Now they'll play it back. And the quick restart. Thomas down the wing. And this will be the first Harrisburg opportunity off a corner.
Yeah, it was a quick switch, a play there, and nice recovery from Meekum to sniff that out, but unfortunately gives up the corner kick here for Harrisburg.
Back post. And Smits comes up and makes the play. He's been solid in goal throughout the year.
Yeah, he's really played well. You know, and it's nice to have that stable, reliable, calming influence in your team. You know, and even as defenders, where you know that kind of cover up some of your mistakes. Although it looks like trying to get chipped here.
Wilson with that long ball.
Yeah.
Smits has given up but 9 goals in league play this year.
And again, like, you know, sometimes if you're not watching all the games, you're just looking on the stat sheet. You know, it doesn't always tell the tale. I mean, sometimes those goals aren't necessarily his fault, but he takes the heat for it. But yeah, he's done really well, and It's just been a very good stabilizing influence in the back for the Hammerheads this year.
Just joined us Fairclaw with a goal less than 3 minutes in off a scramble off a corner. And that's where we stand right now. Now Wilmington will have a free kick opportunity. Crowd continues to settle in. Again, we mentioned the field can be warm, to say the least, off the AstroTurf. We were in the high 80s with humidity, a little bit of a breeze. So wouldn't be surprised if both teams have to go deep into their bench as this one goes through.
And even with the 7 o'clock start, still plenty of shadows on the field, and be a little inconvenient for the players here to start with. But as we said earlier, it's the same field for both teams, and they'll have to adjust and play through it.
Martz. Taublieb. Looking for the through ball. Both teams really stacking that midfield in the lineups tonight. It's going to be difficult to find a lot of space down the middle.
Yeah, I think both teams will look at this game as a huge opportunity. Obviously, for Harrisburg on the road, a chance to pick up points, and that's what you want to do. So, playing maybe a little conservative with being 5 in the midfield, but I think it's probably a good idea, especially early on, try to get a feel for it, get your legs under you, see how the game's playing out, and then you can always adjust from there.
Looking for the big ball up top. Opportunity, touch, almost the through, chasing it down. That's Martz. Nothing there, they'll push it back out. Meekum. Cleared first time. Wilson.
Good step out there by Peebo Dewey. Hold it in here for the Hammerheads, keep that pressure on.
Dewey spreads wide. Pass doesn't come. See Wilmington trying to patiently spread the field a little bit.
Yeah, that's it's, in any case, you want to try to hold on to the ball and let the ball do the work, but especially in these conditions, don't run yourself ragged earlier on because you got to play 90 minutes. So make Harrisburg chase the game, maybe exert a lot of energy, especially second game in 3 days, having to travel, probably not used to this type of heat or humidity. You got to try to take all those factors into consideration, use a little home field advantage where you can.
Corbaz couldn't keep it in play. It'll be a Harrisburg throw. Approaching 12 minutes played. First half from Wilmington, North Carolina. Glad you're with us. There's the touch. You can tell both teams really like to build that offense from the back.
Yeah, definitely seems to be a strength for both teams with defenders that can help get things started back there. And the game's really evolved over the last decade or so, where your defenders are not just big bruising guys that defend. I mean, that's where a lot of things build from the back, and that's definitely been on display earlier on as the Hammerheads have a corner kick here.
Martz with the good run there, forced the corner. This is Wilmington's third corner of the early going. Again, they scored on their second off the scramble. Harrisburg trying to pick up the marks. Broom, the keeper, has his set. Good clear first time out. And it'll be chased down by the Hammerheads.
Harrisburg did a much better job of defending that one, getting in the way. The clearance was high and wide, so now we got a chance to organize again here.
Dewey with the throw. And it goes out in front of the Harrisburg bench. Again, coming into the night, Wilmington with 10 games played, 12 points overall. Harrisburg 11 and 13. Harrisburg struggled on the road with just one win in league play to show for 5 road outings. They've spent a lot of time early on in the schedule on the road. They'll make up for that in the second half. Numbers here for Wilmington. Martz. Parker. Back of the net, and it's 2-0. And it all started from midfield. We'll get another look at it for you in a moment. And again, Wilmington, much like they did against Miami, where they scored 2 goals in the first 15. Here's your look.
Yeah, just nice early ball from Martz, finds Parker out wide, and very composed there. Just doesn't necessarily rip the cover off of it by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a nice composed finish, finding that bottom corner. Give Wilmington a 2-0 lead here early on, and just a dream start. It just gets even better for the Hammerheads here.
Martz did a great job. He drew 3 defenders and opened up the space.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. It was just a nice interchange from Parker, who's playing up top, as that forward to give up a target, and then Martz had drifted inside, so Parker just with a nice overlap there to temporarily switch spots, and it worked out well. Like I said, just an excellent finish there by Parker. So
for a team in Wilmington that continues, and here's an opportunity here coming out to make the play, is Broom.
Yeah, it was a great ball from Miller. Spot the run on the wall on the far side there, and didn't quite get it measured just right, but nice vision there.
What a difference a couple of times where you find the back of net can mean, because we've seen Wilmington several times early this year dominate but not finish. Now all of a sudden it looks like the confidence is there and they're expecting it.
Yeah, I think it definitely, we said earlier, goals change games, and definitely puts you in the mood to play, gets you energized, and when you're playing at home, gets your crowd into it, which can also help boost up your spirits. And again, for Harrisburg, we got a tall task here, second game in 3 days. This is a chance where Wilmington will really try to look to put this game away with another goal here, because this is, as coaches really hate to say, this is the worst scorer in soccer, because the next goal really dictates kind of how the rest of the game will go here. So for Harrisburg, they'll be looking to get back in it. Got plenty of time. For Wilmington, be looking to keep that pressure on and keep all their good start going here. All their momentum that they
right side, there's the cross. First time clear. And that's all the Hammerheads are trying to do right now. On Cade's goal! Boy, that's pretty.
What a strike.
That is pretty. Burrill. And that was a one-time blast. And we're 2-1. What a pretty goal.
I think it may have been Warshaw there, the captain, number 6.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
But yeah,
we'll take a look on the replay. There's the clear. Yep, yeah, and you got it.
Great technique there, just taking that ball off the chest, and then it was perfect volley to beat Smiths. And not a lot you can do there if you're the goalkeeper. You just have to tip your hat and say that's an excellent strike. So just as quick as we were talking about it, dangerous score. Here we go, 2-1, game on, and this is good. The game's open. It's entertaining from a neutral point of view. It's a great game to watch because we've already had 3 goals in less than 20 minutes here, and both teams are creating quality chances.
So it was the captain, William Warshaw, with the goal, and that's what captains are there, to step up big. This is Burrill, 8. Touch here, Wilson. Wilson's had 4 goals in the year. Looking to touch it back. Nobody picks up the mark. Still in play. And now all of a sudden, Harrisburg controlling the touch and Wilmington doing the chase.
Right, and just as we were just saying, now look how energized Harrisburg is. They're back in the game. They got a great goal. Not just a goal, but a great strike there from Warshaw, and it's really lifted the team here, and they're playing much better.
And just how quick they responded really kind of boosts the confidence and settles this one down. Through ball again on the chest, and the flag's up for offsides.
Yep.
That was for Foster. Foster has 3 goals. Warshaw has not been a double-digit goal scorer for this team. So he picks up a huge one here to cut the lead in half at 2-1. as we approach 19 minutes played. First half, Legion Stadium, that ball over touch, and careless mistake there. And
Yeah, it looked like Mika maybe just got lost on the field there. It's kind of confusing with all the lines on the field. Definitely understandable, but it looked like it just got away from him.
And we should mention that this is a multi-use facility here in Wilmington. They'll play, obviously, soccer,
Dangerous
pro
ball.
and high school, lacrosse, football. So you have to keep your wits about you as far as the field position. This will be a foul coming back.
And with the high school lacrosse, so the boys and girls, the field's lined differently. So you've got multiple sets of lines out there.
There's your referee. Here's another look. Look at the foul.
Like March was about to be breaking away there, and just nothing serious there. Just clever little foul, trying to win the ball back. Nothing malicious. But the referee just having a word with him. Maybe he's thinking. So the professional foul, we call it tactical foul there, trying to stop a breakaway there in midfield.
James Thomas with the verbal warning. To the right side. Dewey.
Yeah, Marty, I'll say it like 20 minutes in. I think that's maybe the first time we've mentioned Cal Essex name the referee, which is a good sign. We don't want to ever talk about the referees. We want the players to play the game and decide it, and both teams are doing that so far.
Touch back. And Broom will gather through. A little over 20 played. First half, 2-1 from Wilmington. Hammerheads put a couple on the board early within the first 12 minutes or so. And then Warshaw, the captain for Harrisburg City, with the answer. And that's where we stand. We're 2-1. Wilson with the play. Wilson circles out. Paul Wilson, number 10, the midfielder. He has 4 goals on the year, 3 assists. So as you can tell, a lot of the offense comes through him.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably been their most involved player so far. He's been on the ball a lot and has done a lot of work already, a lot of running off of the ball too. So definitely looks like a danger man. Looks like he might have a goal in him tonight. We'll see.
March try to make the 1-2. Thomas with the throw. Hughes. Warshaw. Again, you see the build from the back. Wilson. Looking for a hand, and now they'll get it. So another free kick opportunity, and I believe
It's gonna go
we're going to have a yellow card here on Meacham.
Yeah, not sure if the caution's for the handball or for something Meekum said after the play. It was kind of interesting. It was just a little bit of a late whistle. If you thought he handled it, go ahead and blow it rather than waiting to see what happened. But
I think he tried to see if he could play it through. But as you mentioned, Meekum will pick up the caution at the 22-minute mark.
Yeah, which means he'll have to be careful now. I mean, 23 minutes in as a defender, it's so long. You got to play 2/3 of the game here, sitting on a caution. So he'll have to be smart from the rest of the way here.
About 35 yards out. Warshaw and Wilson over the ball. Look for Hughes 7 at the top there off the run. Back post. Got the head on it. And Wilmington will clear.
That's good delivery there from Wilson.
Yeah. Good set play. Thomas will come back from his defensive position now to make the throw. See Wilson on your screen. He's got it there. Back to Thomas. touch in the box. Smiths will come up and handle. After Wilmington dominated in shots early on, we're probably pretty even right now.
Yeah, Harrisburg's really settled into the game, and where it looked like Hammerheads had all the momentum earlier on, so things have kind of leveled themselves out.
March there, try to keep it in for Wilmington. And the home side in the blue. The visitors in the white tonight. Harrisburg City. Going to be a whistle and a foul there. Miller will pick it up. It's going down hard. Is Burrill.
Again, it was Wilson involved in things, and Burrill definitely got the worst of that challenge there. It looks like he might need a little bit of a minute here just to collect himself.
Well, you know, we've both played on this field. See if we give you another look at it in a second. Here she comes.
Yeah.
And what it is more than anything, you get that rug burn.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he holds that elbow. One, it's hard, and two, it gathers a little skin on your way up, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But looks like he'll be able to shake that one off there.
Wilson with the ball in the box. And it'll stay Harrisburg ball. Quick restart. This is the captain. Another. That's Foster going down. Or maybe McLaws, 23, from across the way. And again, a discussion back here on the back line for Wilmington.
Get a second look here and see. Yeah, just a little mistimed tackle there.
Peroni.
McClaws just really kind of put his body in between the defender and the ball. So not a great spot for Wilmington to give up a foul this close to goal. Have to be really organized here defensively, defend the set piece.
Watch number 12, Jakamkas on the far side. They're going far. There's the head in the goal. You're even.
Again.
Is that Warshaw again, the captain?
Was.
And we're even at 2. And it looked like somebody just got free on a mark there.
Yeah, get a replay here in a second, but definitely Warshaw found himself free at the back post there, and it was a nice ball in. Just a little soft cushion header. Very at home. Here's our replay.
You see the ball back post. Oh, and he got inside his defender.
Yeah, it's just some really slack defending there from looked like Dewey had him, but just lost him. So what was an excellent start for the Hammerheads has now been turned upside down by Harrisburg, and game on for sure.
Bobby Warshaw, midfielder, he's 6'1", 185, out of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. If you take a look at this roster up and down, you see a lot of kids from up in the Northeast or Northeast colleges playing for Harrisburg, as you might expect.
Yeah, and you know.
On the touch for Wilmington.
Yeah, Parker unable to get it on frame there. You know, typically your number 6 is your deep line midfielder, does a lot of your dirty work, but Warshaw's definitely shown his quality in front of goal tonight and scored 2 very nice goals for Harrisburg.
Well, there's a reason sometimes that you wear that C on your uniform, and I think we've seen him step up because honestly, Harrisburg was in a very precarious situation for 5 minutes. They could have been out of this game. It was 2-0, and now it's level at 2-2.
Yeah, you got a second look here for Parker, and again a little tough touch on the turf there, trying for the side volley or the overhead, and just unable to get it on frame, get his bearings right. But no, I think you're definitely right. All the momentum was with Wilmington. Looked like everything was going their way, and now that dream start has turned into a bit of a nightmare here for Wilmington. So we'll have to see if they can respond and regain their composure.
They'll have it with a free kick opportunity here from about 40 out.
You know, not just on the scoreboard, but you had a 2-0 lead and had fans energized in the game, and now to watch the visitors come back and put 2 in and tie it up, it kind of sucks all that. It's like somebody let the air out of the balloon.
Yeah, and if you're a home team, especially knowing it's a hot night, you don't want to open that window for them to get back in, and Harrisburg did just that as we approach 29 minutes played. First half, Wilmington found the board twice early, and Harrisburg, in the person of William Warshaw, the captain, has leveled this one at 2-2.
Yeah, but Marty, you make a great point. You know, he's wearing the armband for a reason. His team needed a response, needed a lifeline, and he's given them that into the game, and more so now here about 30 minutes in for the first half. And what we said earlier, you know, big game for both teams with being so close in the standings, and you know, for Harrisburg, good recovery from a bit of a shell shock there to start the game.
Thomas. Burrill to the back line. This is Johnson. Harrisburg looking for that opportunity. There's a run down the wing if they've got it. They don't have an opportunity as Wilmington closes it close. And here's the counter, and again another tap. And we're seeing both teams, if they see any kind of counterattack, taking that foul at midfield to let that defense set.
Yeah, happy to give that foul up where he can get back, get behind the ball, and get organized. And you know, Harrisburg definitely, you know, as we were saying a while ago, much more into the game now, settling the ball. It's moving. It's a lot of movement off the ball. You know, and now it's kind of challenges for Wilmington to try to regain that momentum and get back to what got them a 2-0 lead to start with.
Perone 23. In front of that Wilmington bench. Looking for numbers. You know, we really haven't mentioned it that much, but I'll tell you, Harrisburg has really settled down in that back line right now. You can see a lot more confidence, and we'll have a foul called way out here at midfield as the advantage was not recognized. Or is it just a discussion?
I think maybe he's just checking on. Janikowskis was a little slow to get up after that last challenge for a header, so good job of the referee there making sure he's okay.
It'll be a Wilmington throw. Challenge from behind and stolen.
At ILM, we're big.
All of a sudden you see a lot more open space now for Harrisburg as they're able to settle closer to midfield without the challenge.
Yeah, I think earlier on Wilmington was, you know, had a lot of the ball and was able to get their, you know, their outside backs and Meekum and Dewey forward and help really lock Harrisburg in and keep the pressure high. But yeah, now Harrisburg seems to be able to break that pressure a lot easier, and I think their midfielders have really played well here. Paril and Wilson in particular doing a good job of getting involved and getting on the ball for Harrisburg.
That's Wilson. Foster. Back to Wilson. Little give and go. And again, it'll be a white throw.
But you're exactly right. You're starting to see Harrisburg connect things more, you know, from the back through the midfield, finding Foster up front.
McLaws with the throw. Into the box.
Good claim by Smiths there.
Good job coming off his line. For Parker, 22. Contested up top. Harrisburg settles. And Parker knocked down. Sorry, that's Wilson.
Yeah, Peroni thought he got a lot of the ball there, and he's going to probably get a caution here. Hopefully just a caution for his reaction. Referees never like to be shown up, and see if we get a replay here, see. But definitely, I mean, looked like a 50-50 ball. He stepped up and won, and definitely thought he got a lot of the ball, but he may have gotten the man as well. And that's just what the referee's telling him.
I think he's calling it persistent, as he points it out. 3 different spots.
You don't find many defenders that will typically admit that they fouled a guy, but just that reaction again. You know, I'd like to see that composure, especially wearing the armband there. But definitely understandable. You know, up 2-0, have a little bit of frustration, but very important for Wilmington to settle down here and get back to what made them successful early on.
Big ball from Burrill.
Good job.
Nice defensive play. I believe that should go, and it will, as Fairclaw makes a nice play off the defender. Wilmington ball. You almost get the feeling that Wilmington would be kind of happy to get into the locker room and regroup right now.
Yeah, I think
the way this second part of the first half has played out.
I think if you were being honest, probably absolutely Harrisburg would love to keep playing now that they've settled in the game and on the front foot.
Thomas, 17.
But yeah, Wilmington definitely could use a chance to regroup and just kind of sort things out and talk about what's kind of going pear-shaped for him here.
Shane Johnson, the big defender. And if you look at size-wise, Harrisburg's got some big guys in the back there. Johnson stands at 6-something. Opportunity here for Wilmington. Play it back. They lost it off of that second touch.
Yeah.
White jerseys a little quicker to the ball right now.
Yeah, just Meekum and Parker are unable to be on the same page there and make that connection. Now you see it. Parker unable to hold the ball up there.
Warshaw. Burrill. He's on. And a nice play coming out with Smits as he anticipated that run.
Yeah, great run there by Wilson, and a great ball to spot that early run, because it definitely it could have been a dangerous situation, but Smith saw it happening the whole time and able to step up and snuff that out.
Meekum. Martz.
Good feed there from Martz.
Into the box! And there was an opportunity.
Yeah, great job by Dewey stepping up to win that ball, and then delivers a very teasing ball across the front of goal there. Wall just not able to quite get the touch just right, find the back of the net.
Another look at it. Again, a lot of the attack has come from that left side.
Yeah, Dewey's done a much better job of being able to get involved and get forward in the game here, and Lawal probably won't that one back and feel like he should have done better with that. So we say 2-2 here in the 37th minute.
Wilmington will push it back and reset. Fairclaw.
This is better from Wilmington. The momentum kind of got away from them there, but a chance like that, as much as you'd love to bury it in the back of the net, but it's a positive sign that you're starting to regain your confidence and your momentum.
Looking down the wing, that was for Martz.
Yeah,
harmlessly overplay.
Yeah, Peroni will throw his hand up and say, "Hey, my bad on that ball. Look, I saw it, just couldn't get the calculations just right."
Inside 9 minutes to go, first half action. Glad you're with us. Legion Stadium here in Wilmington, North Carolina. A matchup between two teams fighting for playoff position. And you're 10 games into your schedule, so you're starting to get a feel for what your team's like and what you're looking to do. And bottom line, if you're going to advance, if you're going to move up the table, you got to take care of teams that are sitting a little bit below you or at least in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the story of the season for the Hammerheads. Been in a lot of close games, had a couple of results that, probably wish could have done a little bit better, gotten a point out of, or dropped a couple of points. Really felt like you should have gotten all three. And tonight's another one of those games. So like you said, you're playing at home. You're about not quite to the halfway point of the season, so there's no need to panic. But this is a game that you would definitely be expecting to get 3 points out of with the team that is that you're looking up to in the standings at this point. And it's been a good game up to this point. Both teams have created some very good chances, and it's been a pretty open game. So it's been entertaining to watch.
Wilson contended there, stays on his feet, and that'll be a foul there. If you look at the East standings, except for Louisville and the Red Bulls and Cincinnati that are 24, 21, and 20 points respectively, there's a good gathering from Charleston all the way down to, even Toronto with a couple of wins can pull themselves into postseason contention.
Yeah, the Hammerheads are sitting there with 12 points, and the difference between 5th and 11th is about a 6-point gap. So, Definitely time for teams like the Hammerheads to make a move up the standings, but these are games that you definitely want to, get as maximum points out of.
Well, as a coach, you always preach you got to take care of your home field first.
Yeah.
And, wins on the road are bonuses, but you got to take care of business here.
Yeah, and definitely don't want to drop any points at home, especially against teams that, like you said, you're right next to in the standings. But you definitely want to defend your home turf. No pun intended with the turf here, but like you said, anything you can pick up on the road is definitely icing on top. But these are games that you definitely want to get max points out of.
Baril, down the wing, nobody home.
Smith will come out and play with his feet there.
And I think Harrisburg a little fortunate there to get a free kick off a ball that really wasn't targeted for anyone in particular. But a reminder for everyone, get into the game through USL's social media channels. Follow USL on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram for news, live game updates, video highlights throughout the league, including this one here. Social media, a major part of our coverage of USL soccer. Look for a little ball at the top of the box, defended well, and Harrisburg will regroup. Open down the wing.
That's a good decision from the referee there. Same thing that Meekum got caught guilty of earlier in the game. He was able to spot the handball there.
McLaws picks it up.
Almost looked like for a second he was going to get away with it.
Interesting. I mean, we had a frantic first 10 minutes, almost a frantic first 15. It's really settled down since then. Inside 5 to go. Both teams looking for the next one.
And it's funny, talking about the standings, talking about you want to get max points, but this is a game that Harrisburg comes into and thinks, they can definitely pick up points on the road.
Create a little separation.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's made for an inviting game that, like I said, as a neutral person, as a casual observer of the game, it's been entertaining. Sometimes soccer gets a reputation as being boring or not being a lot of excitement, but we're almost at the halftime whistle here, and it's 2-2. We've seen 4 very good goals. So how could you watch this as a sports fan and not say that it's been entertaining? I don't know.
Fair claw across the way. Still on the run. And that'll go off and out. Dewey looking for the opportunity over there. Law wall 11. Wilmington trying to put a little pressure on to see if they can close the half out with a tally to put them up by 1. And again, if you take a look at the field, especially that defensive half, white shirts marking everybody, almost a double team into that midfield. So both teams have had success tonight working the outside as a number of bodies just clogging up any opportunity. Big James Thomas, 17, roving this left side. Smits, big kick.
We didn't talk about tonight. The Hammerheads are without Liam Miller, who's serving his suspension from a send-off against in one of the last games here. So Talbot's sitting in that deep line role here, and he's done well, I think, for the Hammerheads. He's given them a good presence there. And we got a Harrisburg player down.
This is Miller with the cross.
Center circle here. Hopefully the referee will spot that. So he's seen it, yeah. And now he's gonna.
And now they'll stop.
Shane Johnson really looking like he's struggling. I know the fans are upset, but feeling like maybe the Hammerheads had an advantage. But he looks like he's in a great deal of pain, and you never want to see that at any player. So we'll hope he's okay. It looks like he's holding that left ankle, lower leg.
And again, we mentioned, a lot of times it can be that twist, that turn, just sticks a little bit. He's trying to stay on.
Yeah, the referee looking a little befuddled. I mean, he stopped the game. He's looking for somebody to come out and tend to this guy.
And I'll tell you, both teams are using this opportunity to grab some water.
Yeah, definitely. You were saying earlier, hot, humid day. You definitely want to get any fluids in you that you can during the game. And he's going to walk it off here, but he's very gingerly getting to the sidelines there.
And let's watch his reaction. He comes out in that second half after it tightens up a little bit at halftime. He's helped off to the field by Wilmington's training staff.
Yeah, I mean, as a coach, you never want to have to make a change in the first half, and sometimes injuries happen. They're part of the game. So, they'll try to quickly evaluate him, see what's going on, if they can continue or not. But, I hear the fans upset, and I understand because you feel like your team's got an advantage. But at the end of the day, we got to be honest and say we got somebody down hurt. If it was a Wilmington player, you wouldn't be wanting the referee to let the game roll there. So, good job by Mr. Catalesic getting the injured player off to get some treatment.
And interestingly enough, a lot of times teams, especially on extended road trips, sometimes don't come with a full complement of players.
Yeah, I mean.
But Harrisburg looks like they've got 5 or 6 on the bench.
Yeah, just 3 or 4 there are just kind of watching the game, and a couple that are getting up, going through their paces. So
Johnson gets waved back on. He's limping. See if Wilmington goes at him a little bit.
Yeah,
in the closing minutes.
And you wonder if he's just going to try to kind of muster it to get through the half here, and they can make a change for the second half. But not having a sub ready, or not, we're 75 yards away from the bench area there, not sure what's going on, but he looks like he's going to try to muster it. But yeah, you like to have that shark smelling blood in the water mentality and go at him if you get a chance, just to see just how fit that ankle is.
Well, as we hit the final moments of the first half, Wilmington will have an opportunity for a corner.
And I missed it.
Corbaz.
I didn't see if the referee put up the extra time here for the first half or not, the fourth official. So not sure what we've got, but we've had 4 goals and a couple injuries, so
got the head.
Sure, we'll have 2 or 3 minutes here.
And Peroni over the top bar.
Get another look here. Big center back coming forward, and is able to get a head on it, just not able to direct it on frame.
But you can see the difference between that free kick and what we saw earlier. 6 white jerseys in the box.
Yeah, very organized, and maybe some slack defending on the first one. Maybe, 3rd minute, not quite into the game yet mentally, but Harrisburg much more alert and organized about what's going on now.
Final moments of the first half. Just joined us. Wilmington tallied 2 within the first 10 minutes. And Harrisburg City came back with 2 of their own. That's where we stand. We're even at 2 on this Friday night. Final moments of the first half of play. This is Thomas. And that's your first 45. So nothing between the 2 teams. We're even at 2 after the first 45. Should be a fascinating second half. Stay with us. This is Wilmington Hammerheads FC TV.
At ILM, we're bigger than a welcome home hug. We're stronger than the connections we make. We're your neighbor. We're your friend.
We are your school spirit.
We are your history.
We are your biggest fans.
And we all fly
And we all fly
ILM.
ILM.
We are comfort, convenience, and community pride. We are more than just an airport. We are your airport.
We are ILM.
We are ILM.
We are ILM.
She was once considered the world's greatest sea weapon and went on to become one of the most highly decorated American battleships of World War II. Now moored in downtown Wilmington, she's one of the most highly decorated family attractions in North Carolina. generation as an exciting, hands-on historical adventure. Have a blast exploring the past aboard the battleship North Carolina. Adventure calls.
Looking for action, excitement, and the only professional team in town? Don't miss out on the next Wilmington Hammerheads match. Show your support at their next game. Get your season tickets or single game tickets now at WilmingtonHammerheads.com.
Early chance for Louisville City. The shot flashing wide on that greasy surface. Garbanzo, well, his shot dips over the top. No real damage done. This left-footed strike missing the target as well. Charleston trying to cause some pressure, but it was Louisville City that began to impose themselves. Here's the skipper, Quinn. Straight down the middle to Kay. Gets it wide to Smith, who had a lovely game tonight. Early cross comes in. What a finish for George Davis IV to make it 1-0. Another look at that one. Just a good cross to a deep line.
Harrisburg all stretched out to the middle. Back to
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score!
Gerardo Fords.
At ILM, we're bigger than a welcome home hug. We're stronger than the connections we make. We're your neighbor. We're your friend.
We are your school spirit.
We are your history.
We are your biggest fans.
And we all fly
And we all fly
ILM.
ILM.
We are comfort, convenience, and community pride. We are more than just an airport. We are your airport.
We are ILM.
We are ILM.
We are ILM.
She was once considered the world's greatest sea weapon and went on to become one of the most highly decorated American battleships of World War II. Now moored in downtown Wilmington, she's one of the most highly decorated family attractions in North Carolina, serving a new generation as an exciting, hands-on historical adventure. Have a blast exploring the past aboard the battleship North Carolina. Adventure calls.
Looking for action, excitement, and the only professional team in town? Don't miss out on the next Wilmington Hammerheads match. Show your support at their next game. Get your season tickets or single game tickets now at WilmingtonHammerheads.com.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.
At ILM, we're bigger than a welcome home hug. We're stronger than the connections we make. We're your neighbor. We're your friend.
We are your school spirit.
We are your history.
We are your biggest fans.
And we all fly
And we all fly
ILM.
ILM.
We are comfort, convenience, and community pride. We are more than just an airport. We are your airport.
We are ILM.
We are ILM.
We are ILM.
She was once considered the world's greatest sea weapon and went on to become one of the most highly decorated American battleships of World War II. Now moored in downtown Wilmington, she's one of the most highly decorated family attractions in North Carolina, serving a new generation as an exciting, hands-on historical adventure. Have a blast exploring the past aboard the battleship North Carolina. Adventure calls.
Looking for action, excitement, and the only professional team in town? Don't miss out on the next Wilmington Hammerheads match. Show your support at their next game. Get your season tickets or single game tickets now at WilmingtonHammerheads.com.
Harrisburg all stretched out to the middle. Back to
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score!
Bernardo Fords.
At ILM, we're bigger than a welcome home hug. We're stronger than the connections we make. We're your neighbor. We're your friend.
We are your school spirit.
We are your history.
We are your biggest fans.
And we all fly
And we all fly
ILM.
ILM.
We are comfort, convenience, and community pride. We are more than just an airport. We are your airport.
We are ILM.
We are ILM.
We are ILM.
She was once considered the world's greatest sea weapon and went on to become one of the most highly decorated American battleships of World War II. Now moored in downtown Wilmington, she's one of the most highly decorated family attractions in North Carolina, serving a new generation as an exciting, hands-on historical adventure. Have a blast exploring the past aboard the battleship North Carolina. Adventure calls.
Looking for action, excitement, and the only professional team in town? Don't miss out on the next Wilmington Hammerheads match. Show your support at their next game. Get your season tickets or single game tickets now at WilmingtonHammerheads.com.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.
At ILM,
Take a look at first half highlights and Jamie, first goal of the night.
Yeah, just a great job by Fairclaw being in the right place at the right time, able to put home some scraps right there in front of the goal.
And we saw Smits come up with some big plays, and it seemed like about 15 minutes in, and this was the whole momentum changer right there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've said it a few times already in the broadcast, but goals change games, and you score a goal like that, it can't help but fire up your team.
Okay. The foul there, and again, you're looking at a 2-1 game right now. Now you're going to go even at 2.
Yeah, and that whole sequence started on a bad foul by the Hammerheads, but again, just some not great defending. But here you go with a great chance for the Hammerheads. That Luwal, like again, we'll wish that he could have that one back.
And this is a corner to close out the half. And again, this is the goal, the pretty pass that was actually the second goal for the Hammerheads, and that's one of the reasons why we're 2-2.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Hammerheads are flying high at that point. Just nice, cool, collected finish there by Mr. Parker, and set us up for a game all knotted up at 2s, and should make for a great second half. Again, you got two teams that are battling for points, battling for standings, you know, in the table, and you know, hopefully see some more goals and find a winner here in the second half.
Okay, let's take a look at a couple of things as we go into the second half. I want to watch to see how Wilmington will mark Warshaw a little different, because obviously the new coming in, a lot of the offense came through Wilson, but it was the captain that's been the difference.
Yeah, I think you know, in a full assessment of what's been going on, I thought once Warshaw and Wilson both started clicking for Harrisburg, it really seemed to raise the level for the whole team, and they really kind of dominated the midfield battle there for the last probably 30 minutes of the half, probably I'd say. So Wilmington definitely will look to counteract that and try to slow those guys down the midfield and make somebody else beat them.
Shane Johnson, big guy, number 5 in the back, defender. He stands at 6'3", almost 200 pounds, out of Virginia. Again, he tweaked that ankle about 5 minutes to go in the first half. He is out here, but let's see how he reacts after sitting down for 15 minutes, getting a little treatment.
Yeah.
And let's also see how the Heat plays in the last 20.
Right. You know, the shadows have kind of gone away now at this point. And definitely with Shane Johnson there for Harrisburg, he looked like he was really struggling there towards the end of the half. You know, so he's got 45 minutes more to run on that ankle, and maybe got in and got a tape job and got a little bit more stability in it. So definitely things to keep an eye on, and we'll see how things play out here in the second half.
Without sounding too obvious, but hey, why not? Next goal is crucial.
Yeah. The game, Wilmington jumped out in front. Harrisburg clawed their way back in. Now we're all knotted up, so it's really about who can come out and impose their will and seem to get the momentum back on their side. And
if you look at the box scores this year, Wilmington has given up some late goals, given up some late leads, so that's got to be in the back of their mind. And for Harrisburg, the deeper they get into this game, let's see if all of a sudden they're saying, hey, let's make sure we get out of here with at least 1 point.
No, and I think, as we were saying earlier, anytime you play on the road, you'll always take a point. It's better than getting 0 points on the road, and especially, we got a bad foul there. Just got a little tangled up. Second game in 3 days with some heavy legs, and as you were saying earlier, didn't travel maybe with a full complement of players. So, if they can't find a winner here, we'll see at what point they decided just to be happy with the point. And we got a replay on the foul there, just a heavy touch, and luckily nobody got seriously injured in that.
So as we scan the field, looks like the original 11 are out there for both sides. And again, as we mentioned, it's been hot, it's been humid. And we're dead even at 2.
Yeah, and even though it's been hot, it's been humid, these players are clearly well conditioned. This is where all your fitness work pays off, to be able to absorb that, and especially playing on the turf. It takes a lot out of you, even in perfect conditions, but especially when it's hot and humid. So we'll see these players have the conditioning and the endurance to make it through the full 90 here.
All right, so we pick up some changes. If we can, it looks like Matthew Boldock, number 11, is in the lineup for the visitors. And we'll check to see whose place he took. There is number 11 with the touch. That's Hughes, 7. Long ball, nobody home. Looking for the big run down the right side. Burrell, 8. And now the counter back for Wilmington. Hammerheads had very good success early on playing some of that first touch. Here's an opportunity. Head back. Good defensive stand again. That's Warshaw, the midfielder, just coming right back. He's just been solid tonight.
Yes.
To the wing.
Seems like he's been everywhere, and every time that Harrisburg needs to play, he's right in the middle of it. And then just surveying the field here, I think it's Mr. Janauskas that has made way. And now Baldock's on number 11.
I believe you're right. Free kick opportunity for Wilmington. Lawwall.
Corbaz here. We'll see if we can get this delivery just right. About 30, 35 yards out.
Dewey square with him at midfield, points out. Serve into the box. I believe that went off of Miller. And it'll be a goal kick. Glad you're with us for USL Soccer. We're dead even at 2. And don't forget to keep up to date with all the USL action all season long by visiting the new USLsoccer.com for everything you need to know about the USL. Big ball down the right-hand side. Dewey with a systematic clear back. And Smits will survey. Big ball there. McLaw's lost it.
That's good work from Parker there to force a mistake and see what we can make happen here. Oh,
Parker shields. Parker on the end line. Opportunity. And cleared.
It's great work from Parker.
Dewey. Almost a chance there.
I think it was Parker again that almost got on the end of that cross from Dewey. You know,
another look at the sequence for you.
See a great turn there on the end line from Parker. Lays a nice ball across.
And that makes the play right here, as we're about to see. Shields the ball, and then somehow gets inside the defender.
Yeah, you know, he's not the biggest guy in the world. You know, a lot of teams like that big, tall target striker, hold the ball up, take some contact. You know, he's more of a lower center of gravity, shifty kind of player. But he uses his body very well and did extremely well right there to generate a chance for the Hammerheads.
Strong on the ball. That's all you're looking for. And again, we saw Parker with a goal already. And it has been a good combination between Martz, Parker. We've even seen Miller out there with some key strikes. A little give and go there. This is McLaw's, the defender. Look for Wilson. Now they'll kick it back outside. Captain with the ball. Nice soft touch. In the box. Too far for Wilson. And Smith comes out.
Yeah, there were times in the first half it looked like the Hammers were playing with 2 up top, and it looks like now maybe they've shifted more into a 4-5-1 with Parker playing by himself, which just means he needs a lot of movement off the ball if he's going to be the lone striker up front.
So bottom line, you need a lot of buy-in from your midfield and your back.
Yeah, you know, you got to have your players on the same page, understand what you're trying to do, and you know, clearly they're professional players that can handle making a tactical change, especially coming out of the half. But it gets a little harder, you know, later in the game to be willing to make those runs and do all the work.
Here's a run. Double teamed inside. They were looking originally for Wilson, and now Wilmington will counter.
Parker doing a good job coming back to hold that ball up
and with that alignment, you said the magic word. Your midfield has to come back. You've got to come back and support. See a card here.
Yeah, Warshaw's going to plead his case, but in all honesty, I think he knows exactly that's well deserved, and nothing more, nothing less. Just you know, good hard play.
Another look at it right here. And he's also sending that message that every ball at midfield's going to be contested.
Yeah, no, and again, we talked about earlier, he's wearing the number 6. Those are the kind of tackles that you make your money on, and again, just playing hard, nothing you wouldn't want your own player to do. So, no hard feelings. It's something that happens, and now get the ball back in play here.
Corbaz 8 in the middle there. Look for him on the touch. Now they'll swing it to the right side. Meekum into the box.
Nice flick on there from Parker. Good ball in from Meekum. It was just a clever little thing there. It's quick switch of the ball, or the play from Peroni changing the point of attack. And Harrisburg had really sagged in deep and defending deep from the free kick there. So change it up, a little element of surprise there, and almost led to a goal for the Hammerheads.
Both teams marking very tightly as we open the second half of play. As wide open as we were in that first 20 minutes, it's tightened up considerably since then.
Yeah.
Throw.
Yeah, neither team wants to give anything away. I feel like they're very much in the game both ways. So just trying to really condense the space and make it tough for the other team to play when they don't have the ball.
Touch there. Cleared first time. Bolduck with the clear. Again, he's Matthews' a second half substitution for Harrisburg. Team that struggled on the road so far this year, but is really playing with a lot of confidence since that first goal.
And sometimes, all that experience of the road, even if you don't get results, it, just kind of lights your fire that, we can keep doing this versus the Groundhog Day where, oh no, here we go again.
Numbers. Oh, a little mix up there. It almost looked like Wilson expected, I'm not sure, maybe that was Burrell or Foster to cut one way, and that play self-destructed.
Yeah,
they had Wilmington on their heels. Opportunity there. Flag is up. That was Foster. Offsides, but dangerous position. That's twice, though, in the last couple of minutes they've been able to get in that center.
Yeah, on the previous sequence there, just very fortunate for the Hammerheads that the pass was just a little bit behind Foster and kind of got stuck in his feet, because with the right pass, he was in on goal for sure.
Big ball here. This is Parker, 22, and it'll be a Wilmington throw. But before that, checking for injury.
Logan Miller, looking
a little bit behind.
Knocked to the head.
It'll be a Wilmington throw, very dangerous position. You can almost throw this one into the box.
Yeah, if you've got that in your arsenal, almost play it like a corner kick. You've got that long throw in, get some of the big bodies forward, and let's see if you can't get ahead on it.
Meekum, opening 3 in tight. Looking inside, there's the touch. And the clear. Wilson. Harrisburg puts the pressure and will get an opportunity here. Quick restart. And again, good clear. Peroni.
We're talking.
This is Hughes. I'm sorry.
Talking earlier about the Harrisburg mindset of at what point you decide that a point's good enough for tonight. And same thing with the Hammerheads. You got to be careful, even though you're pushing at home, looking for a winner. You don't want to get caught forward and get caught on a counter, because Harrisburg's definitely shown the ability to be dangerous on that counter tonight, and can very quickly transition from defense to offense there with, Wilson and Burrell getting on the ball.
As we creep closer to that 60-minute mark, it's a lot of times in the game, especially if you're the visitor, you start changing that mentality a little bit. That if the opportunity's there, great, but we're close to getting out of here with at least one.
Yeah,
counter for Wilmington. Good touch. Looking for the foul. Nothing there. They're going back the other way. Double teamed. Almost lost the ball. Little tic-tac touch and down that wing. With numbers.
Good strong run from Burrell there.
And a good clear.
Good job. Nice job by Meekum to cut that out.
Meekum solid again there. And he'll pick up the foul. Just a quick reminder for Wilmington Hammerheads fans, Big day on June 14th. Team, round 4 of the Open Cup after that big victory at Miami. Heading to real Salt Lake against MLS action. So good luck to the Hammerheads as they move on there. And I believe
I think we just had some bench personnel with a caution there.
we had that coach,
Can't
the
tell.
bench. Look at it again. Here's the complaint on the foul.
Yes.
Pulled him down from behind.
It's
I
absolutely
think he
foul.
probably wanted a card.
Yeah, that would seem to make a lot of sense either for the foul or for kicking the ball away, delaying the restart. And especially Meekum's already sitting on a yellow, so maybe they were hoping for a send-off from Wilmington there. So
It may have been Beaker, the head coach, if not certainly one of his personnel. So this will be a free kick. On the ground, there's that touch, and the first time clear. Now we've seen that twice from Harrisburg, and that long free kick. Here's the counter. Kurbaz into the box, and he got a corner out of it. Good sequence there.
yeah, nice transition for the Hammerheads there to find the wall out front and let him use his speed and stretch his legs a little bit and end up with a corner kick on a deflected shot over from Kurbaz.
And as you can see from our camera at midfield, count the white jerseys inside in the goal area. There's 7 of them. Now they'll set up for the corner. See if they wind it outside. They do. And Wilson with the head clear. And there's an example, Jamie. They're just trying to clear it out and set up the defense later.
Yeah.
Not looking for any kind of counter.
No, just happy with the all hands on deck defending there. Anything will do. Chance to regroup.
Approaching 60 minutes played. Glad you're with us tonight. From Wilmington, North Carolina. We're dead even at 2.
Yeah, it's really turned out to be a beautiful evening for soccer here in the Port City.
Another good crowd on hand. One thing about this Wilmington franchise is the ball is cleared in the Solidu corner. And again, this has been effective for Wilmington. This is unofficially their 5th corner, scored on their 2nd. But this town really supports this franchise.
Yeah, it's the only professional sports team here in town, and the only one that's really close by. So that, win or lose, Hammerheads fans are always here, always loud in full throat. And as a player, what else can you ask for to know that you've always got your home crowd behind you?
And as they clear it to midfield, you see absolutely no white jerseys there. All 10 in the box off that corner. Opportunity. Touch and clear. Pushing the outside for Wilson. It'll be a Wilmington throw.
Yeah, Marty, this is that point in the game, too, where as a coach you start thinking about changes, tactics. Do you have anybody on your bench that you think can make a difference in the game? Where maybe you start to see some players starting to fatigue a little bit, where maybe some fresh legs can really help you out. So we'll see if either side don't currently see anybody. Really looks like they're warming up extra hard. So we'll see if we don't have some changes here before it's all said and done.
And this franchise, Wilmington, opportunity there as Wilson comes in. But Wilmington historically, especially under Coach Irving, always had that one player that he put into the game the last 15 minutes that were the fresh legs, just looking for that one quick counter.
Yeah, some guys, like I said, make their living being that super sub. And, with a game like this, we'll hopefully find us a late winner here, and just wondering who the hero is going to be.
Good touch, good defense. Harrisburg ball. Quickly into the box. Quickly out. To the touch.
That's good recovery from Talib there.
Great.
It's great
And
one-on-one
Wilmington will
defending.
get the throw. You can see he cut off the angle and then took away the touch line.
Yeah, just
Big
very,
throw.
very, very intelligent defending.
Play it back. Swing it over here to the right side. This is Johnson. Doesn't look like he's laboring after that ankle injury. And now Wilmington possibly has numbers. Going right at Johnson. Push down the wing. And offsides. And that's just, anything else that's a lack of discipline. Just stay there.
Yeah, absolutely. Lowell, has got the ability to look right across the line and see. And, I know the touch maybe got away from Miller and the pass didn't happen exactly as he wanted to. But as you said, you got to be disciplined and hold that run, because it goes from a great scoring opportunity possibly to, a giveaway here.
And as Jamie mentioned just a couple of moments ago, all of a sudden Wilmington has a couple of their reserves up and stretching just in case. Big ball down here on the wing. This is McLaws with the cross, back post. Oh, cleared, and it'll be a corner. It's Fairclaw unable to do anything with the ball but put it over the end line.
Yeah, and maybe a little lack of communication there between the goalkeeper and the center back. Didn't look like anybody really handled it all that well, and sometimes those things happen, but Wilmington will have to quickly forget about that and get organized here and defend this corner.
Now, interesting on this corner, Harrisburg still has 3 deep, so they're making sure they don't get beat on any counter. You can see almost mentally, Jamie, they're making sure that they come out of here with at least 1 point. Little conservative on the corner. Front post cleared out.
Yeah, and definitely nothing wrong with that approach. You always got a +1 there in the back to stay organized, and as you said, you're happy with a point. You don't want to give anything up. This late in the game after you've worked so hard and battled back to get back in the game.
Little give and go. Kick it back. Swing it to the right side. Bulldog is free open here on the corner. Instead, they go left side.
Good header away from Meekum there.
Miller with the clear. Miller with the big ball.
Wall comes up hobbling there a little bit. Wonder if the turf got him or if he stepped on somebody's foot. But looks like he's okay.
Down the wing. Contact. Free kick. Neither team hustling to get the free kick underway.
Yeah, I think it just, if you kind of feed your point you were making earlier, Harrisburg very happy to kind of deliberately slow the game down and get organized here and make the most of their opportunity.
Bulldog tries to get inside, looks for a call, nothing there. Double team in the corner. Corner. Cross. Nobody home. Harrisburg throw in. And now a whistle, and it looks like maybe
Meekum down.
Meekum down on the far side. Number of bodies tangled over there, just outside of your screen. Training staff comes out, and again they're working on that. Looks like the lower right leg.
I'm not sure if we got a replay or not, but look, he went in, slid on that last challenge, and we're not sure what happened, but
look at the Port City Firm. Part of Wilmington's very loyal fan base. Good to see Meekum up. He's trying to walk it off. Don't know if it's a knee or an ankle, maybe the knee. And it looks like we...
Good look at Cutis to the wall there. Looks like he's switched spots with Kyle Parker for the Hammerheads to try to maybe use his speed to get it on one-on-one. The big center backs there from Harrisburg.
Yeah. And that's a point that you brought out earlier. The size for Harrisburg back there. They've taken away that cross because they've in many ways been first to the ball up top.
Yeah, you can just look at them standing there side by side. Anything there, you got to favor them. So you got to put your strengths here, which for Q will be his speed and
Meekum back in. Johnson.
Yeah, good step there from Parker to win the ball back, and then the wall a little bit careless with it.
McLaws. See if they cross the other side, and they'll work the other way as well. This is Wilson. Big ball. No one home.
Yeah, a little miscommunication. See the arm go up. Hey, not quite what I was looking for, and my apologies on the ball. So, but again, there's Wilson right in the middle of everything.
For the Hammerheads, these two teams will meet one more time during the regular season. Way back in September 17th, rematch between these two teams. Big ball. Touched and blocked. Meekum looks okay, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Strong to the ball.
You know, he's just finished it's his first professional season. He's just finished his senior year over at UNCW, University of North Carolina, Wilmington here, and he's really stepped in and done well for the Hammerheads. Good long ball from Miller.
There's your touch. Oh, save! That's the save of the game.
Yeah, what a save. What a save.
We'll show that to you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Big time one-on-one, and now there's the counter.
Yeah, great ball in from Miller. Soft, deft touch from Parker just to set it up for Dewey, who hit it hard, hit it on frame, exactly what you want. Unfortunately, just right at the goalkeeper, who did exactly what he's supposed to do. So
danger here.
Good save there for Broom.
Boduck. Miller. To the right foot.
That's Smith.
Strong save there by Smits.
Equally up to the challenge there. Good strong hands to push that ball aside, parry it away.
Still alive. Good punch out. And the clear. So the goaltender's very active in the last 90 seconds.
Yeah, I mean,
to keep us even. Here's a counter.
Great ball in.
Good block.
Nice recovery.
Good defensive
yeah,
strong.
Great recovery from Austin Martz there. Got beat on the initial ball.
Again, there's an example of the strength and the height in the back. They're just out-muscled the Hammerhead forward for the ball and controlled it down.
Yeah, Lowell very much so looks like he's isolated up front by himself right now, and don't know if that is by design or if it's just a matter of fatigue. As we were talking earlier, the midfielder is just heavy legs, not able to get forward as quickly as you'd like.
In the box! Big save.
That was McLaws that got forward there from his right back spot, found himself with a great opportunity, and again, Smits answers the bell with a great save to keep the game even at 2.
McLaws just keeps the ball on the ground. Smits comes up with the big stop. Take a look at the sequence for you as we have a quick timeout for a moment. Some cramps underneath.
Peebo Dewey down.
We mentioned it was hot. Let's take a look at this sequence if we can, Jamie. We'll have it for you in a moment. Here we go.
Yeah, you see the long ball in for Logan Miller. Great touch from Parker to set it up, and then Peebo Dewey with a great strike on goal, and then not to be outdone on the other end. Smits coming up with a huge save here. Push that ball wide, deny McLaws.
And, you know, as a coach, as a forward, a lot of times you want to go up top, but sometimes that's an easier play for a keeper. Big time play by Smits.
Yeah, you know, any goalkeeper will tell you they hate getting down low, especially for a big, tall guy like Smits. You know, stands at 6'4", but he did very well there getting down and taking away what looked like a very promising opportunity for Harrisburg.
Broom on the stop by Dewey, but give Johnson credit. You'll see on that replay, almost looked like Dewey was going to get a rebound, and Johnson came in with that big left leg and cleared her.
Yeah, you know, we talked about keeping an eye on him at the start of the half as he was recovering from an injury, but he was exactly where he needed to be, in a little bit of a desperation challenge there to help out his goalkeeper after Brooman made a great initial save.
Next home game for the Wilmington Hammerheads, Friday the 17th of this month. Bethlehem Steel in town. Again, it's a 7 o'clock tap. So another opportunity to see our Hammerheads in action.
Looks like the Hammerheads are preparing a double swap here.
Looks like, was it?
Yeah,
Dewey coming off?
Dewey's making his way off. Let's see. Here goes the fourth officials board. Threes. Dewey's off.
Now, if you can read that across the way, you help me. We'll just pick up the jersey coming in.
I think that's Stefan DeFrigger that just made his way on, number 18. And Cudis will make way after a good shift.
So Stefan in.
Yeah, DeFrigger in, and Dewey off, the walls off, and then it looks like I can't get I didn't see the number go up.
Another big top.
Looks like that's Jeff Michaud that's made his way on for Cudis Lawal here, number 19.
Another corner opportunity. So after a good 20 minutes or so with not many golden scoring opportunities, we've had a flurry of action in the last 5 minutes as we push 73 minutes.
Yeah, and interesting for Coach Briggs here, make a double swap in late in the game, replace some tired legs, and as we were talking about, maybe one of these guys that's just come on, either Michaud or DeFrigger can help the Hammerheads find a goal.
Cleared out first time. And it'll be pushed out to midfield. Again, coming into this game, Wilmington at 3-4-3 with 12 standing points. Harrisburg City at 4-6-1 with 13. This is a big 3-point game for both teams.
And again, we talk about Harrisburg would definitely take a point. For Wilmington, you'll take the point, but you definitely would want to be trying to get maximum points and grab all three here at home. So we'll see if they're not going to push here in the last 15 minutes or so for that winner.
And we've seen Wilmington most effective off of set pieces, off of corners.
That's DeFrigger with his first involvement.
Good
Nice
touch.
Nice ball in behind, and Martz, so he'll want that one back. It was a great run off the ball for Martz, but just the delivery not quite what's required.
Broom. Always like that kick to at least touch the midfield. He's been consistent with that tonight.
Yeah, he's done well in goal. Again, you know, the stat sheet will show that he's given up 2 goals, but hard to say that either one of them was really his fault. And he's definitely made some big saves to keep his team in the game.
Keeper out of Claymont, Delaware. Associated with the New York Cosmos in previous years. Talk a little bit about that association as we move through. Opportunity for Wilmington here. Left foot, right foot.
Oh,
nice giving to go.
Yeah, but better for Wilmington. It's a couple of chances here where they're starting to really keep the pressure up on Harrisburg, and Corbaz unable to keep that one under the bar, but much better for Wilmington here, getting opportunities. Just want to see them put one in the back of the net.
It's always interesting to see the dynamics of rosters in the league with everyone having an association. Players that are coming down because they haven't had enough playing time, or maybe they're coming off of injuries. Then you see other players that are down here to get experience with a possible look later on.
Yeah, you know, and the structure in U.S. soccer is really interesting. You know, you have the USL, obviously, you have NASL and MLS, and then, you know, like with the Wilmington Hammerheads having an affiliation with NYCFC and MLS, players coming back and forth, and you know, just get players from all walks of life. And as we mentioned earlier, Liam Miller, who's not able to, you know, serve in a suspension for his red card, you know, vastly experienced player that in a dressing room like for the Wilmington Hammerheads, just huge experience to lean on for some of these younger players. And you know, it's very interesting and dynamic, and the level of play in USL is obviously, you know, just continues to get better and better every season.
Strong play on the line there as Harrisburg looks to set it up. This is the captain again. Warshaw out to the right side. Looking for some room inside. There is none. Knocked down, controlled. Hammerhead ball. Look for the counter. There it is. Offsides by a step.
And again, just as we were talking about, just need that little bit of discipline from Michaud there to hold that run, and you know, obviously everybody here in Legion Stadium will think that he was onside, but the assistant referee on the far side gets the final say on that. So.
And what's interesting with this field and with the layout, because you still have your football lines, sometimes that helps the guys on the side be able to judge that offsides because they've got that clear line of demarcation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Strong run.
And we'll see.
Stay Wilmington ball.
I think Martz is just going off for the Hammerheads on the far side on the right wing there. I'm not sure who came on for him. So
Harrisburg will make a sub as well.
It'll be Mr. Foster that makes way here. He's done well tonight. He's worked hard for the team. He's been up front by himself, isolated a lot, but he's had some chances. Been dangerous.
And again, second game in 3 nights for Harrisburg. And if you think about it, basically 3 games in 6 nights for the home side.
Yeah.
You can train all you want, but it's been hot.
Yeah, and as we were talking earlier, playing on the turf definitely makes a difference here. So, for Harrisburg, if they're playing for the point at this point, sorry, that's a lot of points in a row there. But if you're playing for a point, you really want your striker to be able to hold the ball up for you and give you a chance to release that pressure. So some fresh legs there, not the worst side in the world.
Can hold it in.
Turf monster got him. So we're about to hit the almost 80th minute here. We got 10 plus minutes, including the stoppage. So should make for an exciting finish to see if what the coach's decision, the coach's decisions are at this point.
It's going to come down to one opportunity. Who cashes in? Wilson. And they'll continue to play. And now the whistle will be blown. I believe for the injury, not for a foul.
Yeah, that's the substitute that just came on for Harrisburg. Aaron Wheeler, I think. He had a collision there with Peroni. I definitely caught the worst of it here.
Yeah, I was about to say Peroni won that. Whoa, a little head-to-head there.
Yeah, that's what happens when a big guy runs into a small guy. I apologize. That's not Wheeler. It's Cardell Binbo, number 19. So welcome to the game.
Peroni with the touch. Harrisburg with the counter. Space over here on the right-hand side. They see it. McLaws. Well defended.
I know it's been a couple of minutes. That was number 10, Justin Moose, who's made his way on for Austin March for the Hammerheads. See if he can't get involved in the game here in the last few minutes and come up with a play that leads to a goal.
Good defensive play in the corner there. Hammerheads will throw. Got to be careful down here. Down the line. There's that little touch you were talking about. Numbers. And even this late in the game, you can see they're still trying to do everything through Wilson if he's near that box.
And definitely caught a deflection there. Players appealing for Harrisburg. Players appealing for a handball. The referee having none of it, though.
Inside 10 minutes of regulation. Burrill will get called for the hold. So when the players get tired, you'll see a lot more holding, grabbing at midfield. Make sure you don't lose your man down the stretch. A couple opportunities they've had chances on that right wing have just missed.
Yeah.
See if that stays open.
Yeah, we know it's not, but it almost looks like the ball's running downhill. It just can't catch up on the end of it there.
Tell you what, as we get older, it always runs downhill, doesn't it? Push through. Which way it'll go? Yep, it'll go against Harrisburg, and here's the quick restart.
It's good work from Corbaz there.
Miller's taken down. Hard. Bolduc will probably see a card, possibly.
You see him
He will.
Trying to walk away from the referee, like, who, me? Yeah, but he's
It was that other number 11.
Yeah, a little cynical. He knows exactly what he's done.
Hard foul, but tactical, obviously, because he wasn't going to give up the streak down the field.
Yep. And as he'll look at it as a yellow card. He's definitely happy to take for the team. Because like you said, it shuts down an opportunity where Hammerheads had just won the ball in the midfield and looked maybe like something was cooking. Looks like Wilmington's got one more sub up. If they'll get him in on this dead ball or not.
They're going to try. Looks like Harrisburg has got one more coming as well. And that's probably, it could be the full complement.
Yeah, Todd Lee was going to make way for Matthew Barnes homer for Wilmington. So yeah, both teams will be allowed to make the change there.
Now you always worry, especially if you're the defender. You're fresh into the game. The last thing you want to do is lose your mark on a free kick.
Right.
And it happens more often than you think.
Yeah, it's Josh.
It's all communication.
Yeah, Josh Hughes off for Harrisburg there. Yes, especially sometimes when you have these set pieces where there's a sub made.
Into the box.
There's a tendency just to switch off for that split second.
Head!
Oh!
Just over the bar.
Meekum, all so close with a game winner there. Right back, found himself forward on a set piece and just a dink of a header, just barely missed.
Here's another look at it for you.
Meekum just found him some space there. Nobody picked him up and just had Broom beaten, but just a little too much on the header there.
Hammerheads look like they're the fresher team right now on that 50-50 ball at midfield. See if they can cash in on it. New numbers out there. Down that right wing.
There's Matthew Barnes homer getting involved for the first time for the Hammerheads, big number 9.
And I'll tell you, Johnson, who we weren't sure what he would look like in the second half, has been very active on that defensive right side.
Yeah, it hasn't really looked like he's taking, like he's struggling at all with that knock. They took it in the first half, so may hurt him more tomorrow as he wakes up or on the,
and go.
Clever touch from Corbaz there to bring Parker in.
Back line.
Oh, great block. Didn't be shot. Looked like a sure goal.
DePrima with a strong play.
Just right place, right time for Harrisburg.
Wilmington controlling play, putting the pressure on here in the last 5, as they want to get out of here with 3 into the new scoreboard.
We can better be careful. That scoreboard's brand new. It's not trying to replace anything on it, but for him, it's a very ambitious effort. But you love that being confident enough to step up and have a hit. And as a defender, you don't get many open shots like that, so have a crack at it.
You like the aggressiveness. We'll keep an eye on any injury time that we see. We'd expect a couple as we approach the 87th minute. Wilmington on the counter.
Yeah, but my count, we've seen at least 6 substitutes, 6 or 7, so we ought to have some stoppage, you think.
Corbaz.
Great ball in from Barnes homer there.
Harrisburg, and you can see there's no white jerseys on the offensive half.
No, everybody behind the ball, and looks like they've made up their mind. They're happy with the point, and we should give Wilmington some space to play in going forward here for the last 4 or 5 minutes, whatever the stoppage time is going to be.
You see all the blue jerseys in the offensive zone, double teamed, one in front, one behind. Here's a counter. On sides.
Flag stays down.
That may be Wilson. Wilmington gets back.
Bimbo finds himself some space here.
And a whistle, and it'll be a foul against the attacker. Came in late.
Yeah.
Smits will put it down and put it in play.
Maybe the two just got tangled up there, but either way, it's Wilmington ball coming out. Shot with it here.
Shot.
Got some fresh legs.
Couldn't quite connect. Been like a half step off all afternoon, haven't they?
Yeah.
On that right wing play.
Especially after the first couple of maybe 10 minutes or so when they scored a couple of goals, things just haven't been able to find looked like things were clicking and everybody was in sync, and then since then maybe not quite as in sync. But I think you have to give Harrisburg some credit for that too, because they've definitely settled into the game and made it tough for Wilmington. Where in the first 10 or 15 minutes there, Wilmington was able to really move the ball and do what they wanted to.
Magical first 10 minutes for the
great,
home side.
Great.
Through, probably just to the outside. Nice touch. Back post, nobody home.
Is it? Keep it rolling.
Into the box. And it'll be a corner. So here's that free kick opportunity. That set play. And with that, Harrisburg City. The Islanders will try to get their final substitute onto the field.
It's going to be Jose Barril making way here.
And if anything else, sometimes this is a little opportunity to chew up a little clock.
Yeah,
little strategic sub.
Yeah, you can see Barril in no hurry there, and Darvin Ebanks will make his way onto the field. Big, strong lad here. Looks like he's going to come on and see if he can't shore up that defense and get Harrisburg out of here with at least a point.
10 white jerseys in the box defensively. The Hammerheads will counter with a full complement is all. Oh! And now a problem with the restart.
Too much shenanigans going on in front of the goalkeeper there.
Fighting for position. Front post. Chance here. Corner.
Gonna have a corner or a deep throw here. That's Meekum down again. Looks like he took
Might be the same. I don't know. This looks like the left leg this time.
He's played very well tonight, I think, for the Hammerheads. He's not been afraid to stick his nose in there and mix it up.
Throw into the box.
It's Johnson with the clear.
Broom comes up with the save.
And Moose with the right idea there, just delivery a little long there, and Broom able to easily catch him.
Dangers! And Smits calmly controls. We're into injury time.
Some real heart and mouth stuff right there for the Hammerheads, but Smith's able to keep his cool and stay very composed to make a very good play to.
And that's an example of that, playing for that one counter at the end, and they almost got it.
Yep.
On sides.
Not out of danger yet, though. Moose with a nice touch wide. Barnshammer.
There it is. Follow off the cage. You can see Harrisburg back on their heels during that sequence.
Yeah, and again, just great opportunities there for the Hammerheads, and get a little second look at it here. And Moose, you see with the ball out wide. Barnshammer, clever little ball. Corbaz, nice volley. And then Miller comes through kind of wildly, just snatching that technique. Maybe let him down a little bit, but he's also played extremely hard tonight, so it's understandable he's a little tired.
Does either team have one last run in them? Deep into extra time. Way out to the right. Into the box.
Great
Almost
chance
the opportunity there.
Great chance there for Barnshammer. He's apologizing to his teammates, but you know, maybe would have loved to see him try to lay that ball back across the face of goal. It's at an awfully tight angle there, but you know, he's a striker. You can't fault him for trying to score. That's his job.
Coming on to 3 minutes of extra time.
Yeah, Marty, before the game ends here, I'd be remiss if I didn't give my brother John a big shout out. I know he's watching the game tonight. It's his birthday, so just want to say happy birthday.
Much older brother, right?
Yeah, much
lot
older.
older.
Yeah, I mean. Let's see, Hammerheads don't have one more opportunity in. Parker just unable
Out
to
of
keep it
touch.
in.
The visitors in absolutely no hurry to get this back into play.
Yeah.
They'll just throw it upfield. Signals for everybody to take that deep run. Walks up a little bit himself. Everybody fighting for control. Now Wilmington. There's that play down the right side. Can they keep it in touch? Yes. Cross. There's Johnson again. He's been steady.
Yeah, he's been a rock back there and did extremely well.
One last chance, maybe. Cleared. Oh. Everybody was on sides as well.
Yeah, it's a nice interception from DeFrigger because
Approaching 5 minutes of extra time. Meacham.
Hammerheads will quickly try to get one in here with another big throw. You can see all the heavy artillery moving forward here. Peroni's forward, Fairclaw's forward.
Everybody and their brother in the box. One last time. It's there! Touchdown! Another counter! Goal!
What a ball! What a ball! Look at this reaction from the crowd. Parker, the second goal of the game, right at the death. Sheer elation for the Hammerheads. Absolute heartbreak for Harrisburg. Giving up a goal this deep into stoppage time. We'll get another look.
Another look. There's the scramble. Great save on the initial shot. Yeah. Unable to clear.
And I think it was Fairclaw with the assist. Just your big center back who's come forward. Unlikely to say heroes maybe. And then Parker with a great finish for a second goal of the night. Absolutely brilliant stuff for the Hammerheads.
At the 94th minute.
Harrisburg bench none too thrilled with any of that, thinking the game should already be over.
Well, you know, 2 of the 3 Wilmington goals came off of that scramble in front.
Yeah, you know, they don't have to be as pretty as the one that Mr. Warshaw scored earlier. You know, the volley off his chest, you know, it counts all the same. But, you know, what a huge goal for Wilmington. And when they absolutely had to have a result and, you know, the persistence to stick with it. So we've got a Hammerhead down behind the play. I believe it's Fairclaw.
And if this stands, it'll be 3 straight wins, and all of a sudden you can feel this Wilmington team getting some momentum.
Yeah, Wilmington can pick up 3 points.
And Harrisburg still complaining about the length of the extra time. A look at the Port City firm away across the way.
It's a lot of happy supporters of the Hammerheads over there. I'll go home happy now with that late goal from Kyle Parker.
One last run.
To give Coach Briggs some credit here, it was some of the subs that he put on there. Michaud with the long throw in that set up that sequence for the whole goal, and you can hear the crowd erupt here at Legion Stadium for big 3 points for the Wilmington Hammerheads.
So the Hammerheads with goals early and a goal as late as you can get as Captain William Warshaw continues to plead his case with the officials. Your final count, Wilmington 3. Harrisburg City 2. We continue from Legion Stadium. Stay with us. Still.
Yeah, just once again recapping big 3 points there for Wilmington Hammerheads FC. Send all the supporters home with a happy evening here, big smiles on everybody's faces. Great result here for Wilmington tonight.
And with that win, Wilmington pulls even at 4, 4, and 3, and the visitors have to feel like they're snake bit as they drop their 5th game of the year on the road to fall to 4, 7, and 1. And with those 3 points, Wilmington leapfrogs Harrisburg with 15 points total. In fact, with the 3 points, jump ahead of Orlando City as well in that 8th and final spot.
Yeah, we talked about how muddled things were there, really from 5th place to 11th. So, as we said all night, big 3 points at stake. Wilmington able to stay after it, stay persistent. And, when it looked like surely the game was, destined to end in a tie, great job by Kyle Parker there, coming up with a big goal for the Hammerheads to get the 3 points.
And as you can see, the celebration continuing on the field below. A reminder that Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all your latest Nike Soccer information. Fireworks early, fireworks late.
Yeah, again, just a really entertaining game. Both teams played well enough to win. Both teams probably played well enough to lose. But at the end of the day, it's about who's able to step up in that key moment and make a play. And tonight it was Kyle Parker for the Wilmington Hammerheads.
And for Wilmington, especially after you jump out to a 2-0 lead at home, a lot of satisfaction with the victory, but also a lot of relief because it would not have. 1 point would not have sat well with the home side.
No, I think Coach Briggs and the guys will be thrilled. They've been in a lot of games all season, very tight, contested affairs, and maybe a little bit of that feeling of, oh no, here we go again. It's another game that's going to be disappointing, and just the persistence and the determination to stick with it there. Come up with after an Open Cup win against Miami, knowing got an Open Cup game coming against Real Salt Lake, and now we got some momentum we can build on. And, most importantly, you get a win in front of your home fans to keep them excited about what you're doing. I think the team's headed in the right direction, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to Coach Briggs for getting things turned around from what he inherited after last season.
And for Harrisburg City, a lot of resolve. The captain comes through with probably pretty wise the goal of the night. Certainly the goal of June.
Somebody tweet that hashtag SportsCenter Top 10 with an absolute goal. I mean, you won't see too many better than that. But definitely, they'll have some positives they can take out of the game that after being down, battled back, and clearly it wouldn't end like the script that they wanted. But just something for them to keep after. And again, it's not even halfway point in the season technically. Lots of soccer to be played, and they'll just be a little disappointed tonight with the way things ended. But they have a lot to be proud of with the way they played. Showed a lot of resolve and a lot of fight to battle back in the game.
And again, for the home side, they will be back in action. In fact, next Saturday, the 11th, at first place Louisville. That'll be a test. And then into fourth round action of the Open Cup against Real Salt Lake. And, Open Cup is great. But bottom line for a coach for your season, you got to take care of business in the league, and Wilmington was able to do that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. As we've been saying all along, those top 8 spots are crucial. That's where you want to finish in one of those spots, and especially for Wilmington with a team that coming into the season, a lot of question marks, lots of new faces, new coach, some new, just lots of newness with the club. And, to be battling along where they're at right now, I think at this point in the season, I think people would have to be pleased. And, I think the fans should be pleased with the way the team is playing, even though they don't get every result that they want. Definitely things head in the right direction here.
You mentioned the result that they want. We commented earlier on, especially early in the month of May, Wilmington would be at home. They dominate portions of the game, couldn't quite get the break. Goal scoring can be contagious, and right now you can feel that momentum.
Yeah, I think, as far as Coach Briggs, clearly he'll be thrilled with the winner tonight. But you saw some of the things in this game that have probably caused him some sleepless nights, with the look so good in one moment, seem to struggle and can't put it together in the next minute. But at the end of the day, when the guys had to put it together, they found a way to get it done and get the result, and that's something that he'll certainly be looking to build on moving forward in that Open Cup game and the rest of the league season for sure.
And for Harrisburg City, they're just going to be glad to get home.
Yeah.
It's been a long road trip.
No, it's tough on the road. You get a lot of good team bonding in. But they got to start.
Boy, that's coach speak
yeah.
when the road trip's long, isn't it?
Yeah. But, they got to be feeling like at some point things are going to balance themselves out. What have we done to deserve this? But, as you saw tonight, they're a quality team. They have some very good players. And they'll get things sorted out, absolutely. But, yeah, sometimes it's just good to be at home to get fat and get right. And, we'll see how things play out for them as well.
All right. There's your final. Again, the Hammerheads come out with an early 2-0 lead. Harrisburg City, the Islanders pull even, play basically a scoreless mid-60 minutes of this game, and then deep into extra time in the 94th minute, the game winner off a scramble, and 3 big points for the Wilmington Hammerheads.